My name is Rondah Worrell-Maik, and I am an Equity, Diversity and Inclusion Education and Engagement Practitioner with the Office of Human Rights, Equity and Inclusion here at MacEwan University. So the journey that brought me to Edmonton, I actually was born here in Edmonton. So my parents immigrated to Canada from Barbados in the early 70s. And they went straight to Montreal first. That was the first place that they lived. And they lived there for a number of years. And then they came from Montreal to Alberta. And shortly after that, I was born. I chose to work at MacEwan because the opportunity to work in equity, diversity, and inclusion at a post-secondary institution was something I was incredibly interested in. The opportunity to work with the leadership that leads the Office of Human Rights, Equity, and Inclusion was something I was really excited about. And so I kind of jumped at the opportunity to be able to work here, and it's been an amazing journey. I would choose it again, absolutely. So when I think about growing up here in Edmonton, my parents were the second house in the neighborhood that we grew up in, so they built their house. There was one other house there when they started to build their house, and I think I was only a year old, so this was in the 80s. And gradually over time, our neighborhood started to develop. There were more and more people that moved in and built houses, and I think what was very interesting about our neighborhood is that it was incredibly diverse. There were people from El Salvador, people from Ireland, there were Indigenous folks from Trinidad, from Jamaica, from China. There were people from all different backgrounds, and there was quite a bit of diversity in our neighborhood. And I was thinking about that a couple of weeks ago, that I feel like some of the communities that I was part of as a child growing up didn't feel incredibly diverse, but when I went home to my neighborhood, that's a place that I felt like I belonged. We were a tight-knit community. All of the kids played together, and we would, be in and out of each other's houses. And I think it's because everyone came from different places, and so that was a place where we all felt like we belonged. That was the place that felt like home and felt like there was a true sense of belonging for the people that were in that space. And when I think, 30 odd years later, I'm still in contact with some of the people that were in that neighborhood. And I think that that's something that comes from a true sense of belonging, when you can maintain relationship with people over time. A time I felt a true sense of belonging here at MacEwan, I think, was my first year of planning Black History Month and being part of that. I think that when you are part of a racialized group of people and you get the opportunity to connect with your colleagues. So when I got the opportunity to connect with my Black colleagues to plan Black History Month, it gave me a true sense of belonging, because we had the opportunity to really focus in on what's important to Black students at MacEwan. And, as people who have moved through the educational system, what was important to us as students, and now what can we do to support our Black students here at MacEwan. And that was such a great opportunity to be in the community, and I had only been here for a couple of months, and so to be able to have that opportunity to be there with those folks and to be with people that look like me, I think that sometimes having that can create a real true sense of belonging as well.